Hi guys, Asmo here, and today I have for you a method for farming gold in T16 maps. So we don't need to go to T17s, which are a really good source of gold if you're running like very well rolled maps with huge amount of effect of the modifiers. You're gonna get just so much loot, especially if you roll for extra currency, that you're gonna get a large amount of gold by just doing these maps and not doing anything special in them. However, my character is a little bit too squishy right now for T17s, even though I just tried this exact method in T17, and surprisingly I actually got less gold from it than I did in T16, but that is due to a specific interaction with the map that we're running. So the reason why this is so good for my build specifically is that you need a lot of damage. So one requirement for this is that you have a lot of damage. My damage has about 60 to 70 million DPS single target, and when there are multiple targets spawned next to each other that I can both attach my brands to, that basically doubles. So that's like 120, 130 million DPS, and for me it's like extremely easy, right? So I would say you need probably like at least 20 million DPS to do this like comfortably and really quickly, and you need some kind of a build that has like a decent uptime, so like mechanically good build. Brands are literally perfect for this, and I'm sharing this of course because a lot of people are following my build, a lot of people are playing the exact same build, and after you guys are gonna be done with Sanctum and you're gonna have your Mage Blood and you're gonna have all of your Divines, you're gonna be like, okay, I need to upgrade my town, how do I get all the gold? So this is what you do. The strategy we are running is related to Blight, so this is all centered around Blight. We're gonna be doing Jungle Valley for the blue altars to get as much quantity as we can. We care about pack size roll on the map as well, so we want to roll our maps high as fuck, right? If you can roll your maps really high, that's very important. You don't want to run like maps that are like below 80% quant or whatever, right? You don't just alchem go this. You need to specifically like, you know, use scours and use alchemies that you got thousands of from Sanctum to roll these maps properly to like a decent roll, at least like this. Then we are using Scarab of the Legend, and the Scarabs of the Legend make monsters have 2 additional modifiers. So these modifiers make them dangerous but also more rewarding. So we're running 2 of these. I've tried before also with the Titanic Scarab of Treasures. However, the flat rewards I don't think are as worth as the modifiers and multipliers that come with them. And this strategy I learned about from another streamer, Ali, and she said that the monsters are insanely tough, insanely tanky. This is bullshit. It's gonna take you like an hour to kill, so good luck killing these monsters. Well, our build just absolutely melts them. I modified the strategy slightly, and I'll give you like different options for which scarabs to use, because you don't have to like follow the exact same thing. But yeah, what I arrived at gives me consistently over 30k gold in each of the encounters, and that means that if like an average map takes me about 5 minutes, so like 30k gold, that's gonna be like 350,000 gold per hour, which is over 1 million gold in 3 hours, right? So that's what you can expect from this. So the Titanic Scarab of Legend ×2, then we're running Titanic Scarab, so the monsters get more rarity and quantity per pack size of the area. Then we are running the Scarab of Blightheart, so this removes all of the chests and it spawns more enemies, and then the rewards are basically better the more enemies you've killed. And then also Blight Scarab of Blooming, which gives you 3 additional unique bosses and then 100% increase life. So they have like double life, but it doesn't matter because at least for this build, if you're playing this build or something like it, it's gonna be still extremely easy. The only danger for me is the bosses just one-shotting me, right? Like the FPS goes down, I can hardly see what's going on, I'm trying to move around, and then I randomly, oh, I'm dead to something that I couldn't see because FPS is low, because Blight is completely unoptimized, right? Like Blight is a terribly optimized mechanic. And I recommend running on DirectX 12 rather than Vulkan for better performance. So those are the scarabs that we're running. And of course, yeah, you can also run the Titanic Scarab of Treasures, for example, instead of the Blooming, right? It's gonna be slightly easier, it's gonna be a little bit different, but I found best results with this exact combination of scarabs. We're running quantity of items found on the area because we're getting Blight guaranteed from the map device, and then we're running blue altars. And when it comes to the Atlas tree is extremely simple. We're running everything blight except for this wheel, which gives me blighted maps, which I don't care about. I only want gold and maximize gold. And this keystone, which makes you do less damage to the blighted monsters, right? So that's terrible because we are the source of damage, not the towers. The towers can't do shit. The towers are there to just slow them down. So you're not running the keystone and you're not running the wheel here, but you're running every single other point of, let's just blight on it. Then we're running increased effect of map modifiers here, 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 and here. Then we're running some map sustain, right? So we're running all the map sustain nodes. Then we are running also the quant wheel. And then we're running blue pack size and blue influence and eldritch gaze for the blue altars that are gonna give us more quant. And I also like running dance of destruction because I already die in one hit to bosses. Like for example, if like the giant spider boss with EK spawns, if I stand in front of him and get hit by EK, I will die no matter what. So why not do everything 25% faster? This is actually safer in some sense because the monsters end up having less life, which means you're more likely to freeze them, right? So for my build, for example, I'm more likely to freeze them and therefore be safer. So that is the exact tree that we're running. Also had a few points left, so I picked up Shrine. So if you have to cut some points because you don't have all of them, then cut the Shrine points and the points leading to the Shrine, and then maybe cut like these map sustain points on this side. So those will be the points that I would cut if you don't have everything. So I'm going to run now a map and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. And so you can basically see how does it look like, right? So the strategy also, I recommend having this anoint on the ring, right? I recommend having chilling towers freeze enemies for 0.2 seconds while they are affected by chilling beams. This is, I think, with opalescent and silver oil. And it's very easy to buy oils from Faustus on the marketplace. So get this enchant and it's gonna make it so easy. And also make sure that on your maps you don't roll monsters cannot be slowed below their base movement speed or whatever, and monsters cannot be stunned because we rely on those two in order to keep the monsters in place if they are too tanky for you to kill quickly. So let's go into our Jungle Valley map. Everything is selected, all right, and we're gonna basically just do the map first in order to, you know, we're gonna get some gold. So right now we have 1,059,000. And okay, what is this thing? Increased cast speed, empowerment, okay, chance to permanent currency reward. Okay, I'm just gonna use this guy, I guess. So why not? Okay, we got a speed shrine. We got a divination scarab. Okay, we got some quant. And here, this is not quant, this is divination cards. Okay, we don't care about that. I'm only clicking basically on altars that give me quant. Okay, there's another altar. Unique items can be duplicated. Could click on that as well, because we get all of unique items from the loot explosion that we get at the end. But I'm not sure if this actually applies, because I'm not sure if this counts as monsters dropping it, or is this the mechanic dropping it as an explosion at the end and it doesn't count the monsters, right? So that's something that I would have to still test. Just pick up all the gold, kill all the monsters, and yeah, because on this map the boss does not spawn until you get into the boss room and kill the ads. The map is basically considering as there is no boss, right? And if there is no boss, then the boss related altar modifiers do not spawn, which means you are more likely to get the quantity and rarity bonuses on the blue altars. So that's why we are running this map. Another thing that I recommend if you're playing my build, okay, we got quantity, rarity, nice, is to run the caster mastery, right, for opening boxes. Caster mastery, 25% chance to open nearby chests. This is gonna, in general, as you're playing, give you more gold because you're gonna like open random boxes and gold is gonna come out of them. And it's also gonna make it so that you can open the blight boxes that open at the end, that show at the end from towers. There's one node that basically turns all the towers into like chests that drop currency and uniques and stuff like that. So that's gonna help you open them up faster while just moving with lightning warp, for example. Okay, so we pick up this gold, and so we have extra quant. I recommend like leaving portal nearby somewhere, because you might die and get one shot, so you want to be able to quickly come back, right? So we do the Icro Pump, and then we can maybe empower some monsters after. Okay, let me make sure I summon my Golem. All right, so here first we're gonna do Cold and Stun. I'm gonna make sure to start the encounter. Okay, and this is safe. And now we're gonna save some juice maybe and see where another portal is going to spawn. So another portal is spawning here. So that's gonna both go through the same thing. So I'm gonna just put some more stuff. Put different towers, because the more different towers you have, the better. The more loot you're gonna get from the Atlas node. So here we're gonna put like fire. Here we're gonna put like lightning. More fire. More lightning. Okay. Let's just keep upgrading stuff. Bosses are spawning. Okay, there's another portal here that I missed. So let's put some cold and stun and minion. Okay. Put melee here, put ranged here. Ah, and I stood in place and I got hit by a giant slow fireball. Doesn't matter. We put the cold tower here, so it should be all fine. Okay, let's make sure to kill these guys. Put a meteor here. Put a flamethrower here. Put this. Okay, I have no idea what killed me there, because I can't see shit. Okay, where is the boss? Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure that I'm making all the different towers. I'm making the glacier tower maybe here, like glacial prison, because you want to make as many different towers as possible. So you see the bosses are melting because I'm playing literally the perfect build for this. So I'm putting multiple brands, and that's like 120 million DPS. So even if they're like tanky mods or something like that, I'm still completely fine. The bosses are just absolutely melting. I think I put as many towers as I possibly can of all the different types to maximize the currency. Of course, we want, you know, the freezing tower and the stun tower to hold the monsters in place. Yeah, you see this boss just melting. People are saying this is cancer tanky, insane, unkillable shit. No. I am the guy that dies, but I'm also the guy that melts them. So we might run out of portals. I need to be careful because I'm explaining and not paying attention to what the fuck is going on. So let's make sure that we kill stuff. Kill as much as possible. Okay, we got a boss here. Melt him. We got more bosses here. Melt them too. Let's drop some brands. Okay, there's like a goat jumping there. The goat is very dangerous. But I think it's gonna die now. And I also freeze with my ability, right? So, okay, there's a proxy shield. So let me make sure I clear up a little bit here. And then deal with the proxy shield. I enter the proxy shield or proximity bubble or whatever and kill the guy. Okay, there we go. The proxy bubbles are the most annoying thing. That's gonna be what kills you. And there is another proxy bubble, but this guy is frozen, so we can enter it. Nice. All right, so how much gold? 72, okay, so 1,072,000. So we should be about 1.1, right? We should be about 1.1. So let's make sure we open all of this stuff here. And we'll see after I pick up everything. Will I have 1.1 or close to it gold? Okay, where are even these things? Okay, hard to even see where everything is. Okay. So you do get, of course, some loot, right? You do get a bunch of different stuff. And you can get some good uniques because you're getting a lot of them. But that's not the main appeal of this strategy. Okay, so we've got this. We got some more gold. Okay, did we pick up all the gold? There's some gold here. All right, and we have 1.12. So we got a huge amount of gold. We actually got like 50k gold or something here. So that's a really, really juicy one. So that's basically how the strategy works. This one we got even more. This one is probably like one of my best that I've gotten, even though there wasn't even that many. Like, it's not even that well rolled map. Sometimes it's pretty random. Like, sometimes you get more, but I found that this strategy is the most. It's consistently like above 30k gold every single time. So I definitely highly recommend this. This is the currency we got, right? So I don't know if it pays for the scarabs or not. It doesn't really matter to me. I get money to burn on it, so I'm just trying to farm as much gold as possible, and I find that this is pretty good because it's like quick. You enter the maps, you get the resources as well, right? And you just do this in like roughly 5 minutes. I was explaining things, so it took me longer, and I also died, so it took me longer because of that. But I was running them in roughly 5 minutes each, and basically it's very consistent. So highly recommend this strategy. Now I'm gonna take all this gold and I'm gonna make my landing first entry to King's March, and we'll see how much we can upgrade with 1,000,000 gold, and I'm gonna update you on that in the next video. So thank you so much for watching. There's gonna be Atlas tree in the description for this strategy, and see you next time. Bye bye.